welcome back. Doing a swap around. I'm going to do something I can't remember. I'm going to take down the 1200 bouncy ball. I'm going to stick it in here. It's in as an ear. Redo this one. This is that case that I bought off eBay. Apparently it was perfect condition. No trapdoor. Every corner was broke. And a weird colour all over it. A big white patch here. So yeah, it's what we did a couple of videos back. So we're going to take the inners from here, put them into here. I've already got one installed. DDA card adapter. Got new OLED screen. Literally take its guts out, put it in this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put this one on eBay and flog it. I don't need two, and I don't use the 1200 as much as I normally do. I tend to use the 32 if I want to play any big games, so it's a lot quicker than that. I'm going to build this and then flog this on. It'll come in a box, so keep your eye open. It'll be in a box. Hang on, quite a big box. It's a new one. It's a remake. So that's the box it'll come in. At the moment, 3D printers upstairs, printing away, printing a new trapdoor. Spanner. I must get that spanner out one day. Just disconnecting everything in a minute. It's off. Let's unscrew the floppy. Yeah, this one I can get to from the top. The whole thing should just slide out. There we go. Let's get rid of that. I can go in storage. Reconditioned. Line that back up. With these DDA boards I designed, they're designed to face with the back. Two sockets at the back. They sit on top here, rest on here. So it's added support when you're plugging them in. The board's resting on the back. Yeah, the back socket. So no matter how much you push on it, it's not going to flex or anything. And just run a simple cable across, and then we'll drill a hole in this back trapdoor here, and have the switch going through that. So what I've got to do is just drill a hole in here to accept this switch through. So let me go and do that, and then I'll be right back. Make sure it's on. Get a spanner. It's in. There we go. Let's just straighten that a bit more. There we go. Nice. Now, floppy drive. Memories. There's the way we were. Sweet. On these DDA boards, pin 1 is nearest the switch. Up there. So just remember that when you're plugging your ribbons in. That's if you get a DDA board. If you don't. So yeah. So at the moment the switch is pointing that way. I flicked it that way. And it's red, floppy. So I need to spin the switch 360 so that it's over that side with a floppy. Yeah, okay. That's why I've just tested it. Just turn it off, spin it around, and put it back on. There we go. So now it's on this side, pointing to the floppy drive. So then when I'm on go tech, So at the moment it's on floppy drive. No one Gotek pointed that end to where Gotek's going to be. Yeah. So that's that. Trapdoor. Yeah. So that's that 3D printed. So you'll see the colour difference between the base and that. White. Pure white. That needs a little bit of a trim off of that. A bit tight. There we go. Trapdoor. So now what I'm going to do is take it outside and give it a spray. Just to match. You can get the file for this, the STL file off a Thingiverse. Just download it onto your little SD card. That's all it's from. It's right for that. Printing upstairs on the 3D printer. So that's going to go up here. So I need to figure out where I'm going to put everything. Now, if you remember, we had the SD card slot, the 1200 bounce I bought. I'm just going to go with the USB sticks now. So probably go in the side. This is the hard drive, also support for keyboard. That back bit there, that back bar, doesn't support anything. It supports the vent, but you don't put any weight on the vent. So yeah, I might modify that. It's not really needed. Because where it hits here on the vent, just here. You just see the little mark. But unfortunately, I can get that out. That means it'll make contact. We can't have that. Right. All printed and painted. It's quite nice. So it just sits over the old leg. Take the old leg off. So the old leg in. So what I'll do is put a little blob of hot glue just on the inside, just hold the old leg in. I'm not going to cut the vents this time. I'm going to use thin wire, rim wire, to attach to this and feed it into the Gotek, because the Gotek's got to be underneath this and feed out to the side here. So that we'll see. Probably see the next one. So that should sit like that. It's got the Gotek over here. Me floppy here. Yeah. Pull that out. A little switch here, so I can just flick it over. With floppy drive in. If I don't want that, flick it over. Get me Gotek. Yeah. What's the next bit? Get that Gotek installed. Morning. Next day. Right. Getting rid of them. They're not needed. It's got a dial, so this is the exact same thing, only better. So I'm going to desolder them, take them off the board. All the parts are turned up, apart from the boards. They're getting shipped today, so from China, believe it or not, I should get them in like 2 days. China's better than our postal service. Right. Just hot glued it, just a small bit of hot glue, just hold it down. Yeah. Sweet. Looks like it's supposed to be there. Lovely. I threaded the wires through the grill, so we attached them to the OLEG, the Gotek. We mark it off. Right. done 2 marks here on the inside. I'm just going to drill through that to make a slot so we can get a USB stick in it. So I'll take these outside and do that. So I'll be back in 2 ticks. Hot glue, 1 corner, 2 corner, bit here, and there's a little dab underneath. Put the USB stick in there just to hold it in location. It's not the one that's going to be in there. I'll show you. There's that one. Oh. That's going to be in it. Just a little one, and literally all you see is that little bit sticking out. And that's it. Yeah, that's where the GoTech goes, under the screen. So now you've got floppy over here, the GoTech over here, minus the big USB stick, obviously. And we need to drill a hole for that. The switch, which will just go on the side next to the USB. Alright, just tighten this up with a spanner. There you go. Sweet. So that should plug in there. Like that. There you go. It's got a little USB. Little file selector, screen, which I've dirtied already. Yeah, just going to wire it all up now. Let's drop down. So now, let's do a reset, and it should load GoTech. There we got activation. Sweet. And got a white font OLED screen. Whereas before they were blue. The white one will go better with this clean look. Let's stick in a sample floppy in. Now, flick the switch because there's no activity. Flick the switch. Do a soft reset. It should load the GoTech. It should load from the floppy. Yeah. Yeah. There's no sound. I haven't put the sound on. No, it's not even plugged in. There you go. Yeah. And if I flick it back and give it a reset, GoTech. Yeah. There we go. I just got brought back together. So the bracket for the hard drive, which nobody uses anymore, you still need it there. It's to support the keyboard. Because the keyboard's so long, you need to support. But it also supports this grill. So this piece what sticks up here pushes on the grill. But unfortunately GoTech's there. So we need to sort that out. So we're going to take that out and bend it. Get it out of the way. You don't really need that to support that. You're not going to be pushing on the top end of that, so we'll take that out, give that a bend, get rid of it, and then we'll hopefully close it up. Yeah. Still not sure about putting a bouncy ball silhouette, really delicate one, just a shade darker than this. I don't know yet. I do have to take it all apart again, so I probably won't. Right, now I've got it. Yeah. I've got it to boot to floppy. If you have it booting to GoTech on cold startup, it goes to your hard drive if you've got one installed. And then you have to soft boot to the GoTech. So what I'm going to do is boot directly to the floppy because it boots straight to floppy off cold start. I don't know why I don't do it that way. But yeah. Nice and white. I love the white font. Ties in nice. Yeah, so Plasma Tech. So yeah, on Plasma Tech, the floppy LED is always stays on because it's running through the graphics. So, right, we're back over to GoTech. Give it a soft boot. DDA. Have a swig of coffee. Get rid of all that bloody gibberish. Right. GoTech. Right. Future Studio. The better looking one. Just going to show you this DDA board. What we've just installed on the U1200. So I'm going to take a disc. There's some rubbish on there. I'm going to format it anyway. So then we'll put a floppy disk in there. Make sure we're on that yet. So let's format that. Do a quick format. No, we don't want trash can. Quick format. Yes. It's a disk formatted. We'll flick it over. GoTech. So we're on cannon fodder. So we'll give it a soft boot. Let that load up. Right, cannon fodder, everybody's favourite. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you that from GoTech you can save flick switch, save it to disk, or do vice versa. If you've got a save state, disk 2. Yeah, so if you've got a save state on a USB stick, you can save it from floppy, you can play it from floppy, and then it has to save game. You save it to the USB, flick of a switch. We won't do it the other way. I'm going to go from the GoTech. I'm going to play a quick game, and then we're going to save it to floppy. Let's play a quick game. So that's that round done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to save it. So I haven't got a save state on this USB stick. I've got save states, but it's not using them. Now we're going to save our game to floppy. Now the first time you save it, you're going to have to format the floppy disk for the game. So don't go straight to save because it won't work. Yes. Oh, no. Flick the switch first to floppy. Then click OK. So now it's active. So now it's going through the disk. And this process on here, on cannon fodder, the format process is pretty slow. It takes about 3 minutes to do it, so yeah, it's not a quick format. Even though on the screen it does say to you, it's a quick format. Welcome to turbo format. Fastest format. It's going to tell you to make a cup of tea or a coffee or even a hot chocolate. You might want to do that because it does take a while, so that's exactly what I'm going to do while this is doing its thing. So enjoy. Right, it'll come up now and give you the option to save it. You have to name the file. Yeah, you've got to go to that bit first. So flick the switch back to the GoTech. Now we can go to save and save the game. That'll tell you, put it in the blank disk, insert game save disk. That's the one we just formatted on Cannon Fodder. Flick the switch, back to the floppy, click OK. Now we can put in the file name, so we'll call this DDA. Oh god. So we'll call it DDA, hit enter, I'm saving it to floppy. Now, you can plug in the external floppy in DF1. So you'll have this, that floppy, and a GoTech. So if you've got any games that takes 3 discs, don't need to swap them. Disc 1, disc 2, disc 3. And it'll do them all. And just flick the switch to come across here, just leave it from here, and it'll read the 3rd disc. Confusing myself with all that. Right, now it's asking us back for the game disc. So flick the switch. GoTech will come active. There you go. Right, so we'll press continue. It'll take us back to the game. And it still says, gives our score, round 3, away 0. So we'll move that back to disc 1, just for purposes to show you. So it's on disc 1, so I'm going to give it a soft boot. Don't have to do this all the time. I'm just going to show you now that it's saved your game on the floppy. Now this system's got 16 gig CF card in it, WHD load. I'm one of them that like that option, and that option. I find it easier to use the GoTech. It's a lot quicker than WHD load. People say it's not. Well, it is, because all I have to do is just put on the game I want and start the system. It goes straight to it. I don't have to go to Workbench. Do a CS. Yeah, it's got me 3 options: hard drive, floppy, because I've got stacks of games on floppy, big boxes on floppy. Not that I use them. And then GoTech. Somebody said, oh, it'll only work with version 1.3 and less on a 500. There's only version 1.2 before that, but this is 1200. It's working on here. Bang goes that theory, because this is a 3.1. Right. I think what he means is you don't need it because you've got a hard drive on the 600 and 1200s. A lot of people got hard drives, but they still want the GoTech and they still want the floppy. Right, so game score, home 0, away 0. We just loaded a new game. I'm going to click load. Now it says insert save disk. So switch to floppy, click OK. Now it's activated. It's reading the disk. Sorry, postman. As soon as I turn the camera on, he turns up. Right, where was that? Yeah. So there's our game file we've just saved. DDA. Let's load that up. I'll load the information and then it'll ask for disk 2. Cannon Fodder disk 2. So once the activity is finished on the floppy, we can flick the switch over to the GoTech. Right, now it's come up asking us for disk 2, so just wait for that to finish. Come on, there we go, flick the switch, and it'll detect again, it'll do its thing, just leave it, does it by itself. There you go. Home 3, away 0. Save the game to floppy. You can do it, like I said, you can do it the other way. You can load the game from your floppy disks, and if you haven't got any blank floppy disk and you don't want to overwrite one of your games, stick your little USB stick or your SD card, depending on how you put your GoTech in. Do a little save state file, ADF file. Save it on that. Just do it the same way, just in reverse. Or DF1, if you've got an external floppy, do it to that as well. So now you can have literally 3 drives. You can have DF0 and your GoTech, which are both DF0, and then a DF1 external plugged in. And on top of that, you've got your hard drive, your CF card. So yeah, back to the ugly one from the past. So yeah, there you go. You build from scrap, the crappy, broken, stained, perfect condition eBayed Amiga 1200 case, which we repaired in part 1. Now we've rebuilt it with a DDA board built in, GoTech, floppy, the CF hard drive, 16 gig, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up or down. Don't forget to subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. Thanks for watching. Cheers.